know a lot of people say that they have a hard time meditating, but honestly, I think most of it is due to the fact that we have a misconception of meditation. Your brain does not have to be super silent. You don't have to sit in a certain pose and reach enlightenment. That's hard. We meditate to find the quiet, to work towards quiet. Like, your brain is working all that out. And so when that's happening, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to share some toolkit advice over the years. Being an emotionally sensitive person, wanting to be an activist, wanting to be in the know. But I'm a very moon in the first house, Leo. I feel feelings, okay? So this shock and awe shit works really good on me. I see a breaking news and I get upset. I personally noticed it one day. First it was like, we're canceling African American month on a federal level. We're removing the Tuskegee. It was a whole lot of stuff that, yes, is important. But at the end of it, I realized like how mad I had gotten and how they had just fed and stoked that fire. And while, yes, that is important, I don't want African American history to be canceled on a federal level. Also, that's not something I can like get a gun about now. We're going to celebrate Black History Month. I don't care what the feds say. Fuck. So I'm with you guys. I get caught up in this stuff. Reading all the Timothy Snyder books. On Tyranny, I read out loud to you guys. Now I'm reading on Freedom, the Shock Doctorate. So one of the best things that was ever taught to me was a meditation called the Witness Platform. The Witness Platform is somewhere where you go in your head. Like, you choose somewhere kind of safe. So I chose one of like my favorite vacation spots, Ghost Ranch, New Mexico. There's this certain spot up there. And I was there. I would go there, find peace, still my mind. That's my witness platform. What's a witness platform? Now, so when I get super upset or something triggers me, something spins me out of whack, or I get confused, I take that information and I take it to my witness platform. I go up there, and my witness platform, I am extremely objective. My feelings, I leave at the door. I walk in with it. I am able to look at it from all sides, and I'm able to put it someplace that I need to right now. So it's not on my face, on my heart, and right in front of my face like it needs to be attended to right now. Is this rush, this push, what are we going to do? I've been telling myself this is white supremacy. Oh my gosh, this is such white supremacy. We have to not be rushed. We have to say, wait, how does this feel in my body? Where did I get this information from? Is this really for me? Do I have to deal with this right now? Do I have to swallow it right now? I have to admit, I'm using that technique a lot more often than I ever have. I saw myself getting caught up, and now I take everything to the witness platform. And I can do what I do there very well. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a pattern of manipulation. And that's what I do outside of it, but I get like, oh, they're manipulating me. On my witness platform, I'm like, okay, nothing personal. The 4 agreements lives in my witness platform. Nothing is personal. I just observe it, I name it, I classify it, and then I put it somewhere. Please make yourself a witness platform. Give yourself a space where you feel safe but doesn't really have anything attached to, where you can just go and process information as you need, accordingly, how long you need to, all that stuff. Also, like, as a neurodivergent and a woman, a lot of us are taught to like put walls up when we're dealing with people. And yes, I am not saying don't do that. But when I was in activism, we kind of learned that sometimes when you put a wall up, people feel it and they get offended and they start pushing. They start triggering. They feel your energy blocking. I just taught my Patreons this. But sometimes, especially in certain situations, don't let it be a wall. Let it be a flower bush. And instead of like defending that wall, bloom flower. You ever see that picture of that girl that's like smiling in a line in front of like all these, army cops for protesting? She's smiling and someone like puts a flower in their gut. I'm not saying that people don't need wall energy and we're not going to need to give that out, but with how polarized we are, how sensitive everybody is, people are testy. And I've experienced it. Men, when they feel women put a wall up, certain men, they want to push back. Dude, this is just your old granny telling you. So yeah, my teacher, she'd work with us. We'd have, a flower bush. We'd push out flowers. I always had a rose bush. I still had thorns, bitches. If you were going to try to get into me, you were going to get hurt. But still, there's some airflow, and also that's better for you. It's not this defensive, this fight, this fuck off. It is sovereignty. It is connecting with Mother Earth. It is knowing you're divine. For a lot of this, the most revolutionary thing we can do is de-escalate. And I know a lot of you are like, what? I was that white girl. My parents are deaf. My parents' friends, deaf culture was their first culture. I grew up with a lot of I grew up in a black part of Tulsa. Black people have been around me. And I was that white girl that thought, oh my gosh, when anything tries to oppress my black friends, I gotta be real loud. I gotta be a fighter. That's how I defend my black friends. That's how I do it. I did it like that until 2020. One of my best friends, godmother to my son, she comes over to my house. I'm having a community garden party. She parks across the street. I see my friend walking to my house. I am hearing yelling. Not from my friend, someone yelling at her. I'm like, is my neighbor yelling at my friend? I march over there. I am Kyla with the Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Capricorn placements. Fuck you. So I went over. I was about to get in that woman's face. How dare you? Blah, 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 blah. She just sat there real quiet with her hand behind her back. And my friend just Kyla. Which my friend at first was like, hey, you ain't gonna yell at me. She came back, but then she was like, Kyla. And that woman had a gun behind her back. A gun over my friend parking too close to her house. And in that moment, everything fucking changed for me. I was like, the first thing I have to do all the time is make sure Judy's safe. My first priority is not popping off, because who's gonna get shot here? I would like to say it's me if I'm popping off, but I don't think so. It was a hard lesson to learn, but I've even had to talk to my son about it. He knows that we defend by sticking up, but I've told him recently, sometimes you have to know how to best defend by shutting up. We white people don't have that chip in us naturally. You have to work towards it to get it. We're gonna be okay though, but we have to not do white supremacy. So we have to do everything that we've not done. If you've always felt rushed and wanted to do things on time and please and hurry up, no, we're not doing that no more. You're scared to ask a question because that will show that you don't know and you're not perfect. Guess what? You're not perfect. You don't know. You need to ask. Yes, times are changing and they're changing fast, but we have some say in how it changes. We are not powerless. This is what they want us to feel. We're growing hope. We're growing flowers over here, motherfuckers. I love you.